Thank you very much to our colleague Pisani for his overview of both regulations. I'd like to make a reference to three items of his presentation that can be useful for the practice and for today's training. One, his reference to the recitals of the of his presentation. Reading regulations, articles, and recitals are important because they provide an important interpretation of the regulation. Recitals are there to clarify and explain. And of course, it's not the reading of recital that help you interpret the content of a provision. Recitals are useful to interpret a regulation. They're important, but in the case of conflict, you must refer to the content of the provision, even if the recital states the opposite. Then the observation Mr. Pisani referred to, these regulations were implemented with enhanced cooperation, and not all EU countries participated because of a political reason. Some EU member states did not want to be involved in regulations that dealt with registered partnerships. Once the regulation is enacted for EU countries participating in enhanced cooperation, including Italy, the regulation in the limitations clarified by our colleague Pisani, and that will be expanded by colleague Sardino, refers to another law for the trusting norms. And then the third consideration, and we see after with Mrs. Crescimano, the succession regulation, and these two regulations are intertwined because the regulation in creation deals with matrimonial property regimes. The others do not, but there are some cases of foreign law which is not clear. We do not know whether it is a succession matter or matrimonial matter. It will be therefore important to know both regulations to see if it's more one than the other. Now the floor to Mr. Capiello from the National Council of Notaries. We're going to speak about the economic analysis and impact assessment of the EU law and the function of the aim of this activity is to understand better why we get to some provisions.